as fresh squeeze as you can get. Very clever. So they have orange juice, coffee maker for espressos, eggs, jams, cheese. Cereal, there's a second coffee machine. Delicious breads. And Sophie. And then very nice seating.
Here comes the TGV, well, the ice train. So it looks like a double-decker. Wave. It's a long train, man. Kind of funny to think that such a long train will go over 200 miles an hour. Wow. Good morning from Colmar, France. I am looking at the board. Some of the trains are late. And so I've decided to take the next train at 9:06, going toward Mulhouse, or in this in French, Mulhouse. And so that will get me there a few minutes early. And so this train is headed north, and I need the train headed south. Everything's pretty empty because it's Monday and it's after rush hour. This train is a local train. They travel up to, I think, 100 miles an hour, which is sad. In the United States, we can't even get that with a sellout. And theirs is long distance. So this morning I'm looking for my train, which is running about 5 minutes late, but my connection is at 10, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this earlier train. Anyway, some food for thought that you don't have to get on the train that you've paid for. You can hop an earlier or later train. And the conductor came through the train and never asked for a ticket. But there is a rule that if they ask and you don't have a ticket, you can be fined. So, use your discretion. I rode the train last night and I was 3 trains late. So if he said anything, I would have just said, I missed 2 trains. I'm sure he would have dismissed it. And if not, oh well, go to jail, who cares? Be fun to go to a French jail, would add to the adventure. Our train is approaching the station. It's a newer train. And it is a short train.
Destination Mulhouse-Ville.
Welcome aboard.
Prochain arrêt, Rouffach.
Nice seating, 2x2 tables. It's a short ride to Mulhouse. They don't waste any time, man. It's like 20, 30, 40, 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers an hour, and then they'll open up. It seems so stupid that the United States cannot take from the Europeans on train travel and just incorporate something that actually works. Versus Amtrak and all the stops, it's just such a waste. Those are the next stops. I wish I knew how fast we were going, but I don't see the speed is posted. The max speed that I've seen on French highways is 130 kilometers an hour, so like 75 miles an hour. So I've arrived at Mulhouse Station. I like they have a lot of informative signs to tell your train. This is an above ground bridge instead of underground like Strasbourg. And my train is expected to arrive at 10:06 on track 5. So I came up from track 4 and now I have to go back down again, but it's fine. Looks like they could do some cleaning. Mulhouse Station, they pronounce it Mulhouse. It's south of Colmar. And there were about 8 stops, but I made it on time. I don't believe I would have made it. The other train didn't leave until 9:30. It would have been close. So the TGV Lyria will arrive on, let me get down here and show you. that track, which is track 5, and be headed south, I think, to Zurich. I don't know, we'll have to see when I board. I bought a first class ticket, and usually they serve snacks and coffee, and they have a second floor, but I don't recall which floor I'm on. Anyway, welcome to Moulins, France. So yesterday I made a mistake. The green screen are the arrivals. The blue screen are departures. And you can see the green screen is arrivals and the blue screen is departure. And I'm on that Zurich in half number 5. It's a nice hall. There's some toilets, but I think you have to pay. It's not my train, but it is a TGV headed south, double-decker. Sometimes it's unbelievable how long the trains are. I believe it's 800 people or thereabouts with 2 cars or 2 trains connected. So the cars are marked by letters. So I'm in coach 11, which is T loading. And you find your letter. So there's you. And I'm going to go to the letter T. And coach 11, when the train stops, will be at T. The last time I was here, I forgot about it, but it's always a good reminder. So letter T, to find your car, if you're in coach 11. I don't know why they just don't put 11. So T is number 11, 12 year, 13. And then there should be probably 13 or 14 will be the bar car where you can get a coffee or espresso. TGV Lyria headed to Zurich at 10:06, so it should arrive here in about 5 more minutes. It's 9:57. How funny, I'm the only one down here. I guess everybody else is riding in coach. And it's not a long train, it is a short train. So everybody is headed down to X, Y, and Z. I'll follow the screen. This is where I'm supposed to be. So you've got TGVs on both sides. That train is headed to Marseille-Saint Charles, which is in the very south of France, and at least a good 4-hour ride. I've done it once. That's the bar car where you can get some food and coffee. I wish I had euros. I did not get any cash And it's just easier to pay rather than continue to use my credit card. So the train is headed out. It isn't a long train, it's a short because it's only just one engine to engine car versus the train across from me, which is 2-engine connection. So here's my train, 10:03 a.m. arriving. Unless I want to ride in the engine, I'll have to walk. This is my car here, first class, number 11. It's posted on the door. Train 9203. They didn't waste any time. You got 3 minutes to board. I would have missed this train. waste any time getting up speed. I look forward to filming the mountains. It'll be beautiful.
Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour. Bienvenue au bord de ce TGV Lyria à destination de Zurich. Pour votre confort, un bar situé au milieu du train est ouvert. Vous pouvez dès à présent profiter d'une connexion Wi-Fi et d'un portail de divertissement en ligne. Pour la tranquillité de tous, vous êtes invités à mettre vos portables sur mode vibreur et à passer vos appels téléphoniques depuis les plateformes. Nous vous souhaitons un agréable voyage.
Meine Damen und Herren, guten Morgen. Das schweiz-französische TGV Lyria Zugteam heißt Sie herzlich willkommen an Bord unseres Zuges nach Zürich. Die Bar in der Mitte des Zuges ist geöffnet. An Bord unseres Zuges stehen Ihnen eine Planverbindung sowie ein Online-Unterhaltungsportal zur Verfügung. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise.
If we go any faster, we'll go back in time. We're arriving in Basel, Switzerland. We're now leaving Basel for Zurich. It's about 1 hour ride. And we will have some beautiful views of the mountains. We have other trains leaving the station.
Mesdames, Messieurs, dans quelques instants, notre TGV Lyria arrivera en gare de Zurich, son terminus. Avant de descendre, assurez-vous de ne rien oublier à votre place. Afin de faciliter la suite de votre voyage, nous nous tiendrons sur le quai à votre disposition. Nous vous remercions d'avoir choisi TGV Lyria pour votre voyage et nous vous souhaitons une bonne journée.
Meine Damen und Herren, in wenigen Minuten erreichen wir Zürich, unseren Zielbahnhof. Bitte vergessen Sie nichts im Zug, bevor Sie uns verlassen. Für weitere Auskünfte bezüglich Ihrer Weiterreise stehe ich Ihnen nach der Ankunft auf dem Perron gerne zur Verfügung. Wir bedanken uns, dass Sie den TGV Lyria für Ihre Reise gewählt haben und wünschen Ihnen noch einen schönen Tag.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we will be arriving at
Zurich.
where this train terminates. Please make sure you have all your belongings with you as you leave the train. Should you need any assistance in continuing your journey, we will be available on the platform. Thank you for travelling with TGV Lyria today, and we wish you a very pleasant day.
Look out. Just cruising towards Zurich. I wonder if he'll apply the brakes.
Geschätzte Fahrgäste, in Kürze erreichen wir Zürich Hauptbahnhof auf Gleis 10. Sie haben folgende Anschlüsse der Eurocity Richtung Bellinzona, Lugano, Mailand mit Abfahrt auf Gleis 9. Der Interregio Richtung Zug Luzern mit Abfahrt auf Gleis 10, Gleis 11 gegenüber. Der Interregio Richtung Zürich Flughafen Winterthur Konstanz mit Abfahrt auf Gleis 5. Und der Intercity nach Sargans, Langquart Chur mit Abfahrt auf Gleis 6. Mesdames et messieurs, dans quelques instants, nous arrivons à Zurich, gare centrale sur la voie 10. Vous avez les correspondances suivantes, direction Arcolda, Bellinzona, Lugano, Milan, de la voie 9. Direction Zug, Lucerne, de la voie 11 en face. Direction Zurich Aéroport Constance, de la voie 5. Et direction Sargans, Langquart, de la voie 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we shortly arrived in Zurich main station on platform 10. You have the following connections to Eurocity to Bellinzona, Lugano, Milan, platform 9. To Zug, Lucerne, platform 11, opposite side. To Zurich Airport, Constance, platform 5, and to Sargans, Langquart, platform 6.
It's quite nice. Guess you just sit wherever. Boy, they don't mess around. They already shut the door.
Non sarà questa la prima classe. Vedi.
Goodbye, Zurich, and a 30-minute ride to Luzerne. Yes, I'm on the second story. Lucky for me, the ticket is open, so I can take any train to and from Lucerne at any time. First class has its advantages, but I did pay quite a bit, almost $100 for round trip to Luzerne. But the benefit is it's very quiet on board. You have a seating advantage. There's a single seat up here. And so there's some privacy and kind of a guarantee, I guess. So direction of travel is to my back. Yes, I could have chose a seat facing the other way, but I want to see where I've been today. I'm not sure how fast the regional trains go. And winding our way through the mountains. Right now you are looking at downtown Zurich. There's a lot of creaking. So, take a walk downstairs. There's luggage racks for a couple of bags. And there's no bathroom here. Oh, wait, there is, sorry. Bathrooms are nice. Usually I'll take some water. Get upstairs. It's very clean, very nice, very modern. Some digital readouts up at the top of the stairs. Lake Zurich on the Gold Coast, I believe.
Patience, dankeschön. No, ya.
So we're traveling away from Lake Zurich to the mountains and continue heading south.
Shelbrook. Cool house. So this is Luzerne. Going to be arriving shortly. Lots of block apartment homes, no more than 4 or 5 stories. People walking, I guess, on trails along the hillside. Coming into the Luzerne station. Have to figure out our way around, my way around. Lots of graffiti. Cool looking station. Have to go to the lake bridge. I wonder how. Welcome to Luzerne.
Gleis 6, ITW 25 nach Basel SEB. Abfahrt 12:30 Uhr.
Oof. It's a busy station. They don't waste any time getting in and out. Once those bells start, it's like doors are closing, and that's that. They go right back to Zurich. So the famous Chapel Bridge is actually right outside the train station. Right there. I'm headed to it now. There's a ferry with I don't know destinations to where, but anyway, I'm headed over the main bridge to that bridge, which is called Chapel Bridge. I'll have to do some research and see what the history is. They have a lot of lights hanging already, but the Christmas market does not open until the 15th of November. Luzerne is very nice. A lot of seagulls. There's not many people on Chapel Bridge, so it'll make for a nice walk. The walking spaces are nice, they're wide open. There's a lot of Chinese tourists nowadays. I'll have to figure some things out. When I booked this, I didn't really count on exactly what to do. So Chapel Bridge is coming up. Looks like there's a board in there at the front. I've got swans, how beautiful. We're at Rosengartplatz. So welcome to Chapel Bridge. No, I'm afraid I don't know what they mean. I'll have to get a guide and look it up. But I can give you a minute to read the German. Oh, good Lord, Starbucks. Boy, oh boy. I don't mind them being in the United States, but to go out of the States and run into them is, how do you say it? Like a guest that never leaves your country. And they brought their own bags and their attitude and how they like the heat in the house. Well, I'm not sure what he did wrong. What if they're gonna cut his head off for it? Another person with a sword. The lake is actually crystal clear. Oh, and of course we've got the souvenirs made in Switzerland. Of course, Swiss watches. Well, let's take a look. So it's kind of funny, I came to Luzerne to tour. I'll have to get a tour guide. After the chapel bridge, it's like, okay, what's next? That's beautiful. I got a thing about cutting people's heads off around here. We'll have to be careful. Good. Well, really. So today I'm gonna dine at restaurant Fritchi. That one looks a little too posh for me. And this is far more entertaining with the art.